A former Lake of the Woods foreign exchange student is now fighting for his country in Ukraine. Ron and Lily Berg, formerly of Williams and now of Little Falls, Minnesota, have been on pins and needles ever since Russia invaded Ukraine. They have a special connection to the Ukraine by the name of Sergey Abendenko. In 1998, they hosted Sergey when he was a young foreign exchange student. Sergey attended Lake of the Woods High School as a junior while staying with the Bergs. They have remained in touch with him throughout the years, but hadn't heard from him since the war started. Lily shared an email with the Northern Light Region newspaper they received from Sergey last week. It's an answer to our prayers to hear from him, she said. This first-hand account of the war in Ukraine is a rare glimpse inside the horrors and how it's affecting the citizens of the country. From the email to the Northern Light Region newspaper, quote, "Dear Lily and Ron, my family and I are doing fine under the circumstances. I've joined the territorial defense in my hometown once I got back to Ukraine, a few days into the war after leaving my job in Afghanistan. My wife and kids, we do have a second child, a 6-month-old boy named Max, slept in the basement for a few weeks before giving up and relocating deeper in Ukrainian heartland where I was born and where we still have relatives. My wife stayed until the town started to get shelled, then we decided from the start that we will not try to relocate them abroad unless our house is destroyed, given the number of people who had actually lost their homes but were lucky to survive. Our town is in the Bucha district in the western suburb of Kyiv, just south of the main highway, entering the capital from the west in which the Russians were advancing. The front line was about 3 kilometers west of my house, but there was a river and wide peat bog on either side of it, and we were sitting atop ancient hills overlooking the valley, making our defenses solid, with all but one bridge demolished once the enemy got close. With all this, our town was spared the horrors of the Russian occupation, and my unit then took part in clearing our woods of the remaining Russian troops and armor. Because I am still mobilized under martial law, I will now try to get reassigned to the Eastern Front instead of sitting back and enjoying the base duties. The political side of this war is a total mess, and I have strong reason to believe that the comedians at the top of our government will secure a backdoor deal with their former Russian friends and partners. Our military are doing great so far with the invaluable help from our Western friends, and despite the arrogance and deliberate sabotage of our president and other officials who at first ignored the U.S. warnings and now keep criticizing NATO for not doing enough. All that after systematically degrading our defense capabilities for the past 3 years. The UK, US, Canada, and others have saved thousands of lives and helped us kill thousands of enemy troops, and one has to be either an idiot to blame anyone but Russia or attempting to shift focus from our own incompetence or treason. Just in case, we will try to get my wife and kids to Canada in the next couple of months, and I will stay behind, hoping to reunite with them whenever and whichever way this war ends. I hope you and your family are doing well. Thank you for keeping us in your prayers. Love and best wishes, Sergey." Again, that was from an email to his host family up by the Lake of the Woods. From Sergey Abendenko from Ukraine, now fighting the war. I'm Neil Carlson reporting for PageOnePublications.com.